Hey guys, Tammy here. Is your narcissist jealous of you? Let's think about that for a minute. Now, look, I know they walk around all superior and full of themselves, and you think they're not jealous of anybody, least of all me. But you'd be surprised how many times this is actually what's going on in the background. And I think it was actually going on in my own custody situation as well. And I'm going to share a little about that with you and see if you recognize this in your own case. Before we dive into this topic, let me just remind you, if you like this content, don't forget to hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified as new videos are released. And as always, please share on social media. Like I always say, so many people dealing with these narcissistic issues in custody and trying to find help that is so hard to find. The thing about narcissists is that they are very frequently actually jealous of other people because they are so insecure. And when I look back on my own case, I actually think that my ex-husband was jealous of me in the realm of parenting. Okay. I'm a really good mom, in my opinion. Now, my son runs my YouTube channel and does the my sons, I should say. My one son runs the YouTube channel and does the video editing, and my other son does the audio editing. So they're both probably going to see this to some extent, and they may disagree. I guess if they disagree, they can come on and comment like everybody else. But I always say I think you have to get up pretty early in the morning to out mom me, right? I'm a really good parent. I think I'm very, very tight with both of my sons. I have a great relationship with both of them and my daughter-in-laws and my 4 grandbabies. And just nothing's been more important to me in life. Once that baby came, that became my focus, and nothing was more important to me than being a good mom. And I put a lot of effort into it. I'm not a perfect parent. I'm not the best parent ever, but I am a committed parent, and I am a parent that was there no matter what happened. And I think that my ex just didn't have a desire to have that level of commitment to child rearing. But I think at the same time, it sort of made him envious because I think there were times that he felt like our children loved me more. That's not true. I mean, as we know, children love both of their parents. I just think that at times, the boys were more attached to me because I was the person that was there more and present more, right? But I think my ex sometimes saw that as them maybe loving me more, or that was his interpretation of it. I think he was kind of jealous in that realm. Now, here's the thing. What do narcissists do when they are jealous? They tear the other person down. That's how they deal, right? So maybe for some of us, it would be like, wow, I'm jealous of that other person that they, are thinner than me, or I'm jealous of that other person that they have their degree and I don't, or I'm jealous of that other person that they have a business and I don't, or whatever the issue is, right? And maybe we go, if they can do that, maybe I can too. Let me go see if I can do that. And I go start my own business, or I go and I lose weight, or I go and I, finish my degree, or whatever the thing is, right? So maybe if I feel a little jealous or a little inferior, I think what a normal person would do is go and try to improve themselves and shore that up, right? But a narcissist doesn't come at it that way. A narcissist goes, oh, you're outshining me. Let me just rip you down. And this becomes their primary way of dealing with those jealous feelings. So if you have someone that is jealous of you in the realm of parenting, jealous of you in the realm of earnings, jealous of you in the realm of the support you have from your family, any of those things, they're going to start to tear them down. Like I have a client right now whose ex is constantly tearing down her parents and her siblings and saying that he has all these concerns and he doesn't want the child around them, right? Well, it's And she's like, this is really weird because he's never had a concern about my family before. And it's like, well, no, but his family isn't involved and his family isn't present. So the only way that he can sort of like shore that up in his mind is to attack her family members, right? And discredit them, as opposed to saying, oh, hey, mom, dad, siblings, why don't you come spend time with our children, be more involved, all those kinds of things. He instead turns and attacks her parents and siblings for being involved, right? Instead of trying to have his family more involved. And again, kind of a narcissistic thing all the way around, if you think about it, because they tend to be very isolating and they tend to push people away, and all that kind of thing. And so not surprising, right, that his family wouldn't be super, super close to him. But again, his only way of dealing with that is by tearing her down. And sometimes we forget that and we kind of go, wow, what's the problem? They've always liked my parents, or they've always liked my siblings, or whatever. Why is it a problem now? Well, it's a problem now because you're in an arena of court where you're being judged, and that's an area where they feel jealous and they feel like you're outdoing them in the court process in that realm. And so they're going to do what they can, again, to try to tear that down. The moral of the story really in this situation is to try to not let these attacks get to you, because I think that we have so much stress and anxiety from the attacks from the narcissistic person. And, one of the most common phrases people say to me is, well, I'm afraid they're going to say, fill in the blank, whatever that is. I'm afraid they're going to accuse me of fill in the blank, whatever it is. And my answer to that is always, yeah, they are. They are going to say all of these things. And we let those things produce stress and anxiety in us. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to produce stress and anxiety in you so that they can get the upper hand emotionally or have some sort of advantage. So when you can recognize the different dynamics and recognize that they're actually jealous of you and that they're trying to tear you down in a particular area, if they think you're really smart, they're going to do things like tell you you're stupid. Or sometimes I'll have a client that has like an unusual name. And so the narcissist will intentionally misspell it, right? Even though like you were married to this person, you know how to spell their name, right? But it's kind of been a lifelong thing because the person has an unusual name. So I'm just going to misspell it because I know that triggers them or will, cause them to become, emotionally triggered or whatever. Again, if you can recognize that a lot of these things come from being jealous of you, like I said, whether that's with the kids, whether that's with, finances, relatives, the house, maybe you're keeping the house, they're not, whatever the issues are, that's where a lot of that can come from. And I think it is most prevalent with the kids, like it was with me, where they just don't have the ability to connect to another person in that way. And they really don't know how. So they don't even know how to create that type of bond or connection with your kids. And so the only way that they can get onto an even playing field in their mind in the custody realm is to bring you down a few notches, right? If I don't have the emotional ability to match what you're doing, I'm going to just work on pulling you down to my level. And that's typically what we see. I guess the good news is if you're being attacked in that way, especially on the parenting front, then most likely they find you to be a good parent and probably a better parent, more capable parent than them, or they wouldn't be putting that much effort behind tearing you down in your parenting. Hope that makes sense. If you guys would like to learn more about my coaching services, you can go to divorceuniversityonline.com/VIP-coaching. There's a link on that page where you can book a free consultation with a member of my staff, learn more about my services and how I might be able to support you on this journey. See you guys next time.